guys, ADPC Customs here. Welcome to another video. It's been a hot minute since I've been on, but I've had a bit of a bad few weeks, and I've not really felt like making a video, even though I've had a few ideas. A couple of weeks ago, I was quite sick with COVID. And then unfortunately, just as I was recovering from that, we suffered a bereavement in the family. And then yesterday, I got a WhatsApp from where I work telling me that they can no longer justify giving me any hours. So I'm no longer gainfully employed, and this is all I have at the moment. So everyone who watches this video, please like and subscribe so I can build this channel up, so hopefully I can monetize it and earn a little bit of money to support my family. Hopefully I will find another job, but getting YouTube off the ground for me would be a great help. But anyway, on to the subject of this video. It's just a short, quick video, really. A few pieces of software that I've come across that I think would be quite useful for customizing your experience with Windows and making your computer more the way you would like it to be. So, without any further ado, we'll jump over onto a few that I've got all opened up on the computer. So we'll have a look at that, shall we? Here we are. So this is the first one. It's available in the Microsoft Store. It's called Modern Flyouts, and basically it changes what your flyouts look like when you do certain things on your computer. Now, obviously, let's see if I can demonstrate this, because I am using Windows 10. It may not look like it from the screen capture, but I am using Windows 10. I'll get into how I did some of this at another point in the video. But for volume control, that's what that looks like. It claims it looks like that. That's what it looks like when you use volume controls outside of that. There you go. You see right there. So, Modern Flyouts, you get to customize your flyouts a little bit more and customize Windows. And with a name like ADPC Customs, it's about time I showed you something to customize your PC, whether it be your operating system or your actual tower. So we've got this one, which we will download and give a try to in a moment. And I found this article, but I'd already heard about this app and I've not looked at it yet. Found this article on Bleeping Computer talking about Taskbar Groups. So you can group apps down in your taskbar down here to declutter it a little bit and keep some of the stuff that you use more frequently together, rather than having multiple ones. Because as you can see here, I've got 3 shortcuts for Chrome. One's my personal, which I'm currently using. One is for the channel, and one is for my art account, because I also am an amateur artist. I like to draw. If you're curious about my art, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I will pin a comment with a link to my art Instagram and my DeviantArt page. So we may look at this one as well. Anyway, we may look at this to create some taskbar groups. Taskbar Groups is only available on GitHub. So if you don't really if you're not comfortable with GitHub, or you don't trust GitHub, then obviously you're going to have to leave this one alone. And finally, from the ones that I've got prepared here to talk about, Files, which replaces File Explorer. So we'll have a quick look at this through on its website. So it's tabbed browsing for you for File Explorer, because as you probably know, definitely in Windows 10. I'm not overly familiar with Windows 11, but I don't think it does tabbed browsing. As you can see here, if I double click on any of these, it's not going to open a new tab. It's going to move to that location in the same window. The only other thing I can do is open it in a new window, and then I've got windows everywhere. So tab browsing is a handy thing in your Windows Explorer. Looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's actually available for Windows 10, but it's definitely available for Windows 11, as you can see from the screenshot. So what does it do? Cloud files integration, tabs and multiple layouts, rich file previews. Files has it covered with robust features you expect from a modern file manager. So a lot of people don't realize that actually on Windows you can use alternate file explorers instead of the built-in Windows Microsoft File Explorer. You can customize Windows in very similar ways as you can with such as Linux. So you can see here, you've got your multitask with tabs, dual pane, tag files and folders, seamless cloud integration, view and edit archives. You've got your column view, your preview pane, quick look and SEER Pro support. Git integration. So if you are someone who has a lot of GitHub projects, you can integrate your GitHub account with it, it would appear. Remap your key bindings, common palette and hashes and so on. You've got themes, and it's free open source software maintained and designed by a collective of hundreds of contributors. So you can become a contributor, you can join the discussion, you can ask, for extra features or report bugs and so on and so forth. It is completely open source. So these are the three that I don't already have installed on my system, that I will have a quick, I wanted to have a quick look at, maybe install one or two of them and show you. But you may have also noticed in a couple of my videos that this is what my desktop looks like. This is a Windows 10 desktop. Believe it or not, this is a Windows 10 desktop. And I achieved this with two pieces of software. I achieved it with two pieces of software. The first piece of software is Rainmeter, which a few of you probably already familiar with. You download it, you install it, and it enables you to add a bunch of widgets and so on your desktop. So let's go back to my screen. We'll keep me out of it for a moment. So as you can see down here, this is a little widget. Put the computer to sleep, shut it down, or restart it without having to go into the start menu. I've kept the start menu here for the moment because there's occasions when I do need the start menu and it's nice to have it there, and so on and so forth. And down here, just some information. Instead of a full-blown extra screen with monitoring software on it, I've just got these few bits here. Never seems to hook into the internet usage, and I don't get much on the disk usage very often. Every once in a while, when I'm doing a few things, there we go, it did it there. We'll get some disk usage, RAM usage, and CPU usage. RAM usage may seem a little high, but I have got OBS running at the moment, and obviously Google Chrome open at the moment. And then there's the day and date and time and date. And I've got some more on my second screen, which I can't really show you at the moment because I haven't got that screen capture set up. But it's a date and time widget on my second screen, so when I've got something full screen on my main screen, like a game, I can glance over and see the time. A speakers widget, so I can turn my volume up and down from that widget. I'm maybe getting rid of that. I'm test driving most of this. A calendar widget, and a recycle bin widget so that I can empty my recycle bin at the touch of a button, because I have, as you can see, I have no shortcuts enabled on my desktop. And the second piece of software is a piece of software called Taskbar X, which enables you to do a lot of customizations on your taskbar. And as you can see, I've got it centered apart from the start button, which it doesn't center that. There are ways around it, but I'm happy for it to be like that. And I've segmented it. So if I was to right click here, that is the same menu as you would get from right clicking over here. This is the taskbar. Oh, didn't want to open that. This is the taskbar, this alone. This bit is on its own, and this bit is on its own. And this is dynamic. So if I was to open up a piece of software that is not shortcutted here, it would increase. And it also enables you to hide the taskbar on your secondary monitor, if you've got two monitors, and not have the start menu on there, the start button on there. But when you have a piece of software open and the window is dragged over onto your secondary monitor, its taskbar icon is only on that screen, on that taskbar, and it's centered, which is kind of cool. If you want a tutorial as to how I did all of this, comment below, and I will go into it in more detail and show you the download links and how I set it up and how I got this this desktop looking like this. And obviously, this is a custom desktop wallpaper that I created for the channel. So bring me back in here, and we'll go back onto these few pieces of software here that we'll have a look at. So we'll hit download on files. We'll just go for the normal one if we can. Oh, it's going to open the Microsoft Store and it's going to make me pay for it, isn't it? Now, I'm not as against the Microsoft Store as most people, but I really wish it would load quicker. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that. I want to test it out and see what it's like. I don't want to. Right, try the classic installer. We'll see if that works. Right. See if that works. I'm not convinced about this, but what's wrong with the standard downloadable executable? Right, so we'll install it and we'll see how that goes. Getting the system ready for install. There's nothing to get ready. You just download it and install it. Just install it. Oh. I know what some people are telling me. It's because I'm still using spinning Rust. So we'll let this install. Minimize it. And we will have a look at modern Flyouts. We'll download that as well, shall we, and see what that looks like. It's just a way of personalizing your system for you and not having it be completely standard. So that's downloading from the Microsoft Store, which could take a while because the Microsoft Store is quite slow. I don't know if it's because it's my system or if it's just a really poorly coded store. Now, I'm not so sure about Taskbar Groups because this doesn't look like it's been updated in about 3 years. And I've got a funny feeling that some updates may have broken this. So, I've never been a big fan of the layout on GitHub. Well, it would appear it's easy to use, but when was the last time it was updated? 4 years ago. Seems nice, but I'm not sure if I want to use something that's not been updated in 4 years. It says link above, there's no link. What was that? Alright, there is no download link here. 1.14. 0.1.4. Sheesh. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give up on this one because this is not... This is a pre-release update. Last update was on the 5th of January 2021. I'm not going to bother with that one. Okay, so... Looks like the downloads and installations have completed. Ah, here we go. Files. It has downloaded. So we'll close that. Oh, that's a good start. It's already not responding. Ah, here we go. We're open. So. Nice. I like the layout. I like the look. Doesn't say anything about... Ah, here we go. Let's have a look in the settings. Okay. 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 Right, so we can have it in dual pane mode or not. We have widgets options. So tags, recent files. Oh, so that's these here, sorry. I believe. Customize your right-click context menu. Nice. That's nice. The appearance. So, yeah. You can customize the color. You can have a backdrop. Yeah. So this is mica alt. That's mica. Thin acrylic. So it's translucent. Acrylic. Less translucent. None. Which is basically the same as mica alt, just a bit darker. Okay. Theme, default theme, you've got light and dark, so I'm going to go with dark because I'm a dark mode guy. Background image, no, we're not set one of those. Show tab actions button in the title bar, yes, why not? Toolbars, show home address in address bar. Ah, that's the home button. Show home in address bar, so that's the home button. Show toolbar. Okay. Layout. We can customize our layout. That's nice. Sync layout and sorting preferences across directories. Files and folders. It's got hidden items here, so you can have it show hidden files, which you can do in the default. Show protected system files, show alternate data streams. I'm not sure what that means. Thumbnails, extensions for known file types, checkboxes when selecting items. I don't like having checkboxes. Opening items, you've got options for that. Open items with a single click. Nice option. Open folders with a single click in the columns layout. Open folders in a new tab. So every time you open a folder, it'll automatically open in a new tab by default. Show confirmation dialog when deleting items, just like in Windows native, that's fine. And all of that, yeah. Calculate folder sizes, CPU intensive. I'm not going to do that right now because it might cause me some problems. Actions. Yep. Okay, so that's key bindings for certain actions. Tagging. You can create tags for your files. Nice. Developer tools. Ooh, no. Advanced. Okay, so you can save your settings and import settings and so on and so forth. That's nice. Okay. Is there a way of setting this as the default, or do you just have to use files every time you want to browse to a folder? Because that's not exactly clear. And why have I got 2 recycle bins on here? So it's quite nice. It looks a lot nicer than the default Windows 10. That's for certain. As if we compare it to the default Windows 10, that's kind of flat and boring. Plus you don't have the tabbed browsing. So if I was to click on my games drive, that didn't open in a new tab. That opened in the same tab. So I can't keep home open at the same time. Is that what you're trying to tell me? So we'll go back to home. Context. Open in new tab. Yep, that's nice. So I can always keep going back to home. So if I open Game Pass, that's supposed to have opened in a new tab by default. I must have not set that up properly. But no, it's quite handy because one window for multiple folders. That is really nice. App network drive is an option there as well. I just need to figure out how to make this default. Now, if I can figure out how to make this my default browser so that when I plug in a USB device, for instance, that auto opens, it'll automatically open in files as opposed to Explorer. See if it does it. It's not doing anything. So we'll close that. It has picked up my USB drive. But apparently I don't have permission to access it for some reason. Anyway, well, that's quite nice. I like that. That's files, which is there running in the background. Modern Flyouts is now running. So let's have a look to see, shall we? That still looks the same. Aha! Not quick enough. That's not so bad. We have some options with it. If I can get it to open again. There we go. What's this do? This here. Don't know what that's for. We've got settings. That opens settings for it. So, default flyout, modern flyouts, language system default, run at startup. That's the general behavior. Personalization. So, flyout theme, system default, light or dark. We'll set it to dark, even though my system's set to dark anyway. App theme, dark. Top bar, visibility, visible, auto hide collapsed. Opacity, 100%. We can make it more see-through. You'd think it'd bring it up on the screen so that you can see what it's going to look like without having to do that. So that you can see. So if we do it that, kind of like that. So what does this do? Oh, this enables me to move it. Move its position. That's okay. Fade animation, use colored tray icon, not important. Time, how long it stays open for. Nice. Layout. You can pick where the flyouts appear, which screen. Left, center, or right. Top, bottom, or center. Flyout alignment, yeah. Left, top, yeah, I like that. Audio, so enable audio flyout, yeah. Show global system media transport controls, whatever that means. That must be the system names for it. Media, thumbnail alignment, yeah. I like that. Brightness, yeah. Flight mode, yeah. Lock keys. All right, so don't really need that, but I suppose it's nice to have. That's not different, is it? So how do I get... Right, flight mode. Flight mode, fly out. So I don't need that because I can see that it's on because I just click flight mode. It's okay, I suppose. It's nothing special. And on that note, I actually have another piece of software that I can demonstrate now. I'm going to close these two new pieces of software. And I'm going to demonstrate something else now called Revo Uninstaller. This is a free piece of software. Oh, right. So give it a moment to populate the list. Here we go. Give it a little bit longer because there should be a few more things. Where is it then? It's not showing up. Now that's odd. Revo Uninstaller. It's a fantastic piece of kit. It's a lovely piece of software. It's completely free. But what it does is it enables you to fully uninstall something from your system. Now, you have the software installed, you run the uninstaller that comes with it, and you think that's it, it's gone. Not so. Because it will leave traces on your system. It might leave folders. It will more than likely, almost definitely, leave registry entries. So this, once you go to uninstall, it will run the uninstaller and then it will do a scan for any leftovers, and you can then remove them. Actually, I'm going to get rid of Explorer Patcher. I don't believe I've been using it, so I'm going to get rid of that to demonstrate it. So we'll highlight it, we'll click uninstall. We'll choose to make a system restore point. I will on this occasion, just in case I've not realized it's doing something for me and it breaks something. But You don't have to create the system restore point if you know what you're uninstalling. So it's just going to go through and create the restore point. And we'll come back to this when it's created the restore point. Okay, so we're back. It's done the restore point and it's starting the built-in uninstaller. So here we go. Yes, I do. And it's going to run the built-in uninstaller. And that has completed. And apparently it has lost all my start menu. And then you've got your advanced. So when the uninstaller has completed, I'll be able to click scan. At this moment in time, I cannot click scan because it's not completed. And apparently, Explorer has crashed, so I need to restart it. So okay. So, oh, there we go. It's all back. It's back. We'll run the scan. I don't know why my Alt Tab was that. There we go. That's back to normal. There we go. So now it's scanning for leftover files, folders, and registry items. And when that's completed, you'll have the option to delete all of those, and then they're all gone. There is no trace of it left on your system. Much better than just running the uninstaller. Gets rid of a whole bunch of clutter. See, look at all of this. All of this is left over just from having Explorer Patcher on the system. So we click select all. So it's checked every single box there. Everything to do with that piece of software. And we click delete. They're all gone. So now these are the files left over. Select all. Delete. Yes. Gone. Explorer Patcher completely gone. Now we're going to have to go in here because we need to do this way because they appear to be running as Microsoft apps. As they're all right, but I don't think I'm going to continue using them. And there we go. Just a few pieces of software to look at that you may want to try for customizing your Windows install. Instead of it being stock Windows with the stock desktop, the stock taskbar, and so on and so forth. Most people, I would expect, do know by now on Windows 10 or Windows 11 how to customize their wallpaper, accent colors, and so on. If there are any people out there who don't know how that works and want a basics crash course in customizing Windows, more than happy to do so. Also, there is one thing I've been able to do recently. An old laptop of mine that I was given some time ago, I was able to update it to Windows 11. And now this is completely unsupported hardware. This laptop is a sub £200 laptop. I was given it for free. It was running a Linux distribution. I forget which one. off the top of my head. It was running Linux originally. I downloaded a Windows 10 ISO, and that reinstalled no problem because somehow the system remembered that it had Windows installed on it at some point, and it reinstalled Windows. It's been running fine with Windows 10, but I thought I'll give one of the workarounds a try and see if I can get Windows 11 on it, because it's an Intel seller on it. It's not really properly supported hardware in any way, shape or form, as far as I can tell. So I thought I'd give the Rufus method a try, which I did. It took a while to complete the installation. Now, that's possibly because of it being an older system and not particularly fast. But it did install, and it is running Windows 11, I think, Pro. Maybe Home. I'm not sure. But it's running fine. No hitches, no problems, and it does get updates as well. Even though you get a prompt saying you won't get any updates, it does receive updates. I was able to run Microsoft Update on it almost as soon as I'd finished installing, even though it does look for updates about 3 or 4 times during the installation process, and it's running fine. So if you'd like a tutorial on how that works, comment in the comments below, and I'll look at making that video. Meanwhile, I've been making this video for quite some time now, and I've got to try and chop it down a little bit and get it uploaded. So without any further ado, that's been me, ADPC Customs, finally living up to the customs part of the channel's name, in some way, shape or form. Please do like, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in the next one.